The moment I realized that something was wrong with my dad was the morning of my grandmother's funeral. He was tying his tie before we were going to walk to the church, and I noticed that his hands were shaking. And I could have never realized in that moment what that meant or the journey that we were about to embark on and what it would mean for my family. That moment was 15 years ago when my father was diagnosed with early onset Parkinson's disease. Like many people, I was unfamiliar with the disease. Upon taking a survey of the class, over 46% of the people I surveyed were aware of the disease but unfamiliar with the symptoms and what it meant for people living with it. Parkinson's is a chronic degenerative neurological disorder. The average age of onset is 60, but some people can be diagnosed as young as 18. Over 1 million people in the United States are living with Parkinson's disease, which is more than the amount of people diagnosed with MS, muscular dystrophy, and Lou Gehrig's disease combined. With numbers like this, it's imperative that we spearhead researches and drug developments to help combat and hopefully find a cure. That is exactly what the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research is attempting to do. Founded in the year 2000 by actor Michael J. Fox, who himself was diagnosed with Parkinson's at a young age, the foundation is spearheading research through an aggressively funded agenda in conjunction with a team of physicians and project managers, unlike any other foundation out there. In addition to searching for a cure, the Fox Foundation is focused on accelerating breakthroughs that help Parkinson's patients in their everyday lives. Much of the research is zeroed in on speeding up treatments that can slow, stop, or reverse the progression of this disease. Many of the symptoms of Parkinson's disease were first discovered by James Parkinson in 1817. However, through the research currently going through the Fox Foundation, we know much more about the disease than we did even 10 years ago. Parkinson's disease is a disorder of the central nervous system that affects the production of dopamine in the brain. Dopamine is a chemical messenger responsible for transmitting signals within the brain that allow for coordination of movement. So much like this figure illustrates, you're basically missing the pathways within your brain for the communication to get through. So it's either slow, spotty, or not present at all, which accounts for the majority of Parkinson's symptoms that people associate with the disease, sometimes referred to as cardinal symptoms. They include bradykinesia, which is the slowing or stopping of uncontrolled movement, rigidity, resting tremor, which is the uncontrolled movement of a limb at rest, postural instability, which is characterized by problems standing or walking. One thing that I notice with my father is he has a real hard time with his gait and he shuffles when he walks. So that's a real cardinal symptom of the disease. But one thing people don't understand is they see the outside symptoms, but there's a lot more going on underneath for Parkinson's patients. Many patients experience a decline in their ability to multitask, have trouble concentrating, and can have trouble with other intellectual tasks. Depression, anxiety, problems speaking, sleeping, and swallowing can also be issues that they experience. While searching for a cure, the Fox Foundation makes managing these symptoms and improving patient lives a priority. 45% of foundation funds go towards finding medicines and therapies that can help improve the lives of current Parkinson's patients. One of the main ways they do this is by investing in initial research and helping to navigate the complicated worlds of drug development. Typically in the United States, it takes 12 to 15 years for a drug to get to market, but one central nervous system drug, which is what Parkinson's patients need, takes 15 to 30 years and costs over $1 billion. So what the Fox Foundation is attempting to do is circumnavigate these loopholes and pitfalls within the drug system to help get these drugs to patients' medicine cabinets. And what that can mean for a Parkinson's patient is even getting it to their management routine a day sooner can mean the difference between having a manageable life or becoming a victim to their symptoms. Parkinson's disease is progressive and continues to damage the body's ability to function. And unfortunately, over time, even the medicine can become less effective. The Fox Foundation is working diligently to help get breakthrough medicines to people who need it. Recently, Forbes magazine highlighted a project that was abandoned by all major drug manufacturers. And the Fox Foundation found out about it and they stepped in and they were able to rescue the project. Well, it turns out that this particular project, which was focused on a genetic protein, is thought to be responsible for Parkinson's in some patients. And the medicine has shown great strides in possibly reversing the disease in some patients that it's responsible for. And without small and large donors alike, this breakthrough would not be possible. So donating to the foundation can mean the difference between someone being able to get up and hug their child or walk across a room or, swallow without having trouble. So I implore you to, when thinking about donating to causes, you think about the Parkinson's Foundation. Because they are very good with the money that's donated. 88 cents of every dollar goes to fund research. With 60,000 Americans diagnosed with Parkinson's every year, it's something that every person should be concerned about. With your generous support, the foundation can continue to speed technologies and treatments to help manage the symptoms of Parkinson's, and hopefully one day we will find a cure. Thank you again, and I appreciate your time.